Hi, everybody. Okay, so today we are going to talk about three kinds of breathing that can be incredibly helpful for healing a diastasis, healing pelvic floor issues, getting out of pain by creating more movement and mobility in the rib cage, by utilizing the breath to help us relax the pelvic floor, and to teach our system how not to put pressure out on the belly or down on the pelvic floor, which are things that cause diastasis and leaking, for example. So, all really good things. The bonus to breathing is it can help tap into that parasympathetic nervous system, which will help you relax. And as moms, things are super stressful, and any amount of relaxation is so helpful. For today, you can use a chair or the wall for the first one. And then I also have a couple pillows handy, or like a yoga mat that you roll up, or a towel that's rolled up, and then something super sturdy to hold on to. So I'm going to use my dumbbell rack, but maybe you're holding the bottom of a door or bedpost, something like that won't move when you're holding on to it. But we're going to start with a chair. And again, you can do this with your feet on the wall as well. I like the chair because you can have your feet and legs completely relaxed. You can also use a pillow under your head if that's more comfortable for you, but you don't have to. Okay, so laying down with your feet on the chair. Try not to have your toes resting on the back if you can help it. So come back a little bit. Knees are at 90. Make sure your knees don't splay out to the side. And then from here, I should actually pull this up. You are going to work on breathing. Okay, so we're going to take a big full inhale, thinking about trying to expand into your armpits, down into your back, a little bit into the belly, but you don't want this bulge or this expansion to happen. And then letting that pelvic floor relax. So big full inhale, trying to fill all the spaces of your rib cage, trying to get that pelvic floor to relax. Now, the key here is that as you exhale, you are going to drive your feet down into the chair, lift that pelvic floor, provide that audible exhale. What we're thinking about as we exhale is lifting the pelvic floor like a Kegel, or bringing that pelvic floor up like an elevator, tightening everything up. And then the deep core is going to come together and knit as if you're zipping up a jacket or tying a corset together. And then your ribs will kind of come back in space as well automatically. So again, big full inhale, big full audible exhale. Inhale again. Okay, if it's easier, just keep tension down on the chair even as you inhale. That's totally okay. Just depends on how much thought you can place into everything. But again, the big things here is as you inhale, it's not all filling just your belly. It's going down into the floor, out into the sides, and that pelvic floor is relaxing. Then as you exhale, you're bringing that pelvic floor back up, and you want to feel everything tighten through here. Again, no bulging out. So as you exhale, this shouldn't happen. Okay, as you exhale, it should all kind of shrink and tighten. Okay, so that's 90-90 breathing. Really, really, really great thing to start doing as soon as you have the baby. Slowly expanding that, how much pressure you can put down on it, how much you're breathing and exhaling. You can ease off the exhale early on, and as you progress, make the exhale a little more intense. Okay, the next one we're going to do is child's pose breathing. This one you will need like the pillow or the towel roll, because you're going to place it just at the base of your rib cage and come down into child's pose. From here, we're doing the same exact thing we just were. We're just in a different position. But because of where the pillow is and being in this child's pose position, it's going to force your breath into your back. So as you inhale, you're going to have no choice but to fill your back and down into your pelvic floor. So you're going to take that big full inhale, thinking about filling the pelvis, letting that pelvic floor come down. Exhale, lifting that pelvic floor, sinking down into this pillow even further. Inhale. Exhale. Letting the head and shoulders relax, no tension in the neck. Really focusing on expanding into the back with your breath and down into the pelvic floor. Okay, this one you won't feel as much abs as you did on the 90-90 just because of the position you're in, and that is totally okay. Okay, and our last and final breath that we're going to work on today is a deep squat breathing. So you are going to come to your sturdy place. Like I said, maybe it's the bottom of a door frame, maybe it is the posts on your bed, but you are going to bring your knees in together, and then I have my hands hugging my knees. So similar to that child's pose breathing that we just did, you're kind of all compact. Again, going to force the breath into your back. So same idea, take an inhale, filling your back down into your pelvic floor. Exhale, lifting that pelvic floor, bringing that core in as you push the air out. Big full inhale, expanding into your back. Now, the key with this one is that you want to be hanging, okay? So you're not creating tension with your arms. You're not holding yourself in. You don't want to feel any tension in the front of your ankles, okay? And if you feel a lot of pressure down in the pelvic floor, then you might just not be quite here yet and ready to expand into this. Okay, and just hang and breathe. So the idea is to pick one of them, all of them, and do 5 or 6 breaths per breathing exercise, 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times a day, okay? And really getting into that expansion, getting those ribs moving, finding that core again, and really helping keep your pressure evenly distributed and bringing everything back on board. So this is a really fantastic way to start right after pregnancy, before you're cleared at 6 weeks. Of course, talk to your doctor. But this is a great place to start because it's super gentle, but it helps kind of bring the system back to where it needs to be and give you that really great foundation in your core, in your mobility, in your trunk, and helping keep that pressure evenly distributed, which is incredibly important for helping prevent or heal a diastasis and heal or prevent leaking, or any other pelvic floor issues that could cause things like pain and stuff as well. So really great place to start. Give these a shot. Of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I can't wait to see what your breathing looks like.